get the ear things in.
What is going on, everyone? Thank you guys for being here tonight. We just got back from Dig Stock. It's been an interesting week to say the least. I'm glad to have Michael back in the house with me. Michael, how's it going?
It's going good. I'm glad to be back. I've had a sinus infection, and I know you have too. We've had a little bit of sickness going around, but I'm feeling better tonight. So I hope that continues.
Yeah, well, Michael, when I got back, I started having some drainage running down in my chest and all this sort of stuff. But man, I tell you, it was a fun time at Dig Stock. We got some people that were at Dig Stock that are on here tonight, and super excited to have them on here with us. We're going to give, as always, a couple of shout outs. We got a new member tonight that's joined up for the membership channel. Mr. Head Hacker Coinslayer is on here.
Mm.
Thank you for signing up for a membership. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I'm having to I got my microphone in front of my screen right now, Michael, but I'm pulling it back. But let's say hey to everyone. We got 45 people in the house. We got Mr. Nick Haas is in here. Glad to have Nick. Wisco Detect, always great support of the channel. My main man, Mr. Surfside Dan, who Michael I might be detecting with on Sunday out at the plantation. We got Mr. Preserving the Past is in here with us. Mr. Tesh Ridge Digger, always a great support of the channel. New England Land and Sea, also in the house with us. My girl Jean, who was at our tent a good bit of the time during Dig Stop, but glad to have Jean in here with us. Always super to see Mr. Dig and Daryl. Daryl is an awesome supporter as well. Mr. Damian Thorne, glad to have him in here. Hopefully, yeah, these guys are telling you we did a LiDAR instruction thing the other night, shared some great information. Surfside Dan was on here with me, sharing out the LiDAR stuff. So if you didn't sign up for a membership, you might want to. And I believe that video will be available to you so you can sort of see what we did with the LiDAR maps.
Yeah, that's a great show. It's very informative. I enjoyed that show, and Dan, he really knows his stuff when it comes to the lidar, and he showed us a few things that can help you out in the field, as far as looking what to look for, old home sites and cellar holes and old roads on that LiDAR.
Right. And we had a great time. Had a great crowd in there too for the LiDAR class. So it was really good. And I appreciate Surfside Dan doing that for us. And Mr. Wild here is in here. Mr. Joe Dirt. He says he's eating dinner so that he won't miss anything. We appreciate you, Joe. Glad you're here with us tonight. Mr. William Birch, also great supporter. James Letner, also awesome supporter. Trying to make sure I get everybody. Mr. Doug Atkins is in here. Edward G's in here. A lot of the usual people. Glad to see everyone. Ricky Bennett's in here. And Ricky got a great giveaway the other night too, Michael. And he was the proud winner of a XP MI6 pinpointer that was given away on our members only live stream on Wednesday night. So super excited for Ricky. Ricky, that will be coming from XP. So I'm hoping you'll have it sometime, hopefully maybe next week. Don't Tread on Me, metal detecting. Glad to have him in here as well. Always a good person to have in here and a very knowledgeable person as well. Mr. Double G Diggs, who was at Digstock with me, enjoyed hunting with him, conversating with him while we were at Digstock. It was just a really, really good time. DCM Detects, always great to have him in here. Mr. Alabama Digger, great to have him. Workman's Adventure, appreciate him being in here tonight. T-Bird's Digging, another great person that's always on here. James Bazell. James just supports me left and right. I appreciate James. Metal Detecting with the CZ Kid. So super to have him. Miss Bells is in here. I miss Bells at Digstock, and hopefully maybe I'll catch her at another event. So, and we're going to talk about Digstock in just a few minutes. Cody Lovelace is in here. Glad to have Cody. Appreciate him being with us tonight. Mr. Blasted Cat is in here. Super excited to have him. Let's see here. Tim Benham. Glad to have Tim. 79 Custom Jigs is in here. Mr. NC Lost Relic Recovery. Glad to have Michael Keene in here with us. Finders Keepers is in here. Bubba Smith is in here with us tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. And Mr. Joshua Sipes is here as well. So, Michael, we got a full house. We got 47 people that are engaged with us tonight. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to join in with the live stream. Just a real quick rundown of Digstock. I had a fantastic time at Digstock and I met some very wonderful people. It was a super, super time. I didn't really get to do that much detecting. I went out a little bit on Saturday morning, but I saw some amazing finds, and you guys are going to see some of those finds in my upcoming video. And a lot of XP machines were there as well as I was representing XP. It was a super event, super turnout. I think everybody went to this event, came back with a whole new different perspective on these hunts and things like that. But, the great thing about that, it is finding treasure and finding relics and artifacts, but it's about meeting people. And the greatest treasure that I get from these events is meeting the people that I see at these events, because it's always great to hear from people, hear what they're doing, talk about machines. That's the part that I enjoy the most from going to these types of events. And I know Michael's been to some too that are similar to this. But being under that tent and then having people come and talk to you, people that watch this show or watch your channel and come up and speak with you and being able to meet them personally, it just really, confirms my belief that there are some outstanding people out there that are great metal detectors. And I saw a bunch of people. It wasn't as big as the last one. The last one was right around 12. It was almost up to 1,200 when you include all the vendors and everybody that was there. But it was right around 1,000. This one was right around I think it was around 200, maybe a little over 200 people. But a great event. If you've never been to a metal detecting event like Dig Stock, go check one out. Go with a bunch of buddies and friends. That's what really makes it a lot of fun. Just being together, having a good time. And whether you find anything or not, it's just fun being there. Michael,
It's pretty cool weather too while you were there, didn't it? It
yeah,
got kind of windy and cool.
when we got there on Friday, it was pouring down rain. So it rained most of the day. I stood out in the rain, and that's probably why I ended up getting a little bit sick. But yeah, I stood out in the rain on Friday. Saturday, I went and met up with a few people Saturday morning and detected for a little bit. I only went in like 2 or 3 fields. And then I came back to the tent, stayed at the tent most of the day on Saturday. Went out with Merrill for about an hour late Saturday afternoon. And then I told Merrill, because, again, he's from New York, so he's never experienced relic hunting in North Carolina. So I told him Sunday morning, hey, go out and metal detect. I'll stay at the tent. You go try to find you something. And he did. He found 2 really nice flat buttons, I believe. And he found a good luck token from 1910, which is really cool. And you can go check out his video and see some of that stuff. But yeah, I stayed at the tent all day on Sunday till I left. And I left, I want to say it was right around 2:30, somewhere in that range when I left. But it was a great time. I enjoyed it. I loved being able to go and represent XP at that event. It was super. Again, a lot of the great finds that were found with the XP days too, Michael, which I thought was pretty fascinating.
A gold coin was one of them. Did you get to see that gold coin?
I did, and I've got the video for that coming. I actually interviewed Mr. John and talked with him about his settings, what he was using, how he found it, so on, and so that video is coming as well. But yeah, we saw a gold 1852 gold piece dug, Michael, and it was outstanding. It was a pretty piece. But I also saw North Carolina State seal button dug, which was really cool. A couple of trimes, some seeded coins, just a lot of really neat things. A lot of colonial shoe buckle fragments, Michael. And I dig those, but I don't dig those a lot. I saw 2 of those dug off of some of these sites as well. So it was a really interesting event, and it was really, really good. And so we had a great time, and I will probably, more than likely, hopefully, I'll be going to some more events in the near future. I'll let you guys know. You guys will be the first to know, where I'm going to be, what these events are going to be. I'm still, waiting on XP, but XP just says, hey, they just call me up and say, hey, we'd love for you to go. And I appreciate them allowing me to be able to go and be around a lot of great people at this show. So yes.
What are some of the upcoming hunts that you know of, or maybe some of the people on here could let us know of some in their area?
Well, I mean, I know most of the ones that I know about are going to happen next fall.
Next
So
fall.
yeah, the ones next fall are going to be the Kadoa treasure, or Kadoha. Daryl can tell you, but I think it's Kaduha. I think is how you say it.
I've heard
It's
a
a
lot
little
of good things about that hunt.
right, and it's a seed. I think it's mainly a seeded hunt, but it has a lot of participation. They must do a really good job of advertising it and giving away some great things, because there's a lot of people that are really interested in that hunt. I know Matt Howell is getting ready to have a relic event up in Virginia, but that's not till November. So a lot of these
Right.
hunts that I know about that are coming up are going to be next fall, or yeah, fall. So that's when those 2 events are. And I think Matt's is in November, and I want to say that Kaduha Treasure Hunt Fest, or Treasure Fest, is in October, I believe. So those are the 2 that I think that would be good. I don't know, where XP is going to send me, or if they send me at all. They just, call me up out of the blue usually and say, hey, will you go do this or whatever? And it's worked out great. I know Merrill is going to Texas for an event, but I think it's like a very small event. I don't know exactly where, but I know he is going to an event in Texas. There might be some people in here that, yes, yeah, Josh says April 6th. There it is. So Josh just said it. April 6th, there's an event coming up. It's a seeded Civil War hunt in Gladewater, Texas. And Merrill is going to be there. They did not ask me to go to Texas, though. And I'm sort of glad because I really am tied up. Of course, you guys know I teach school, but I'm also a coach. And we really weren't supposed to have this live stream tonight. And luckily, the rain came and that my event got canceled. So I was able to get on and do the live stream tonight. And so anyway, I've got a lot going on as well. And just, that would have been a lot too, to have to pick up and travel again. But hopefully, we'll do something really, really soon.
I think Ricky said there was a hunt this coming weekend in Eastern Tennessee. Have you heard of that one?
I have not heard of that one, but I appreciate you guys sharing that. And again, as we always say, this is what this channel is about, is sharing information. If you guys know of a hunt or something that's going on where people can get involved, please feel free to share these. Ricky just shared this one in East Tennessee. Ricky, if you want to pass along any other information about that hunt, that would be awesome. And then Josh says April 6th is the seeded Civil War hunt in Gladewater, Texas. And that's the event that Merrill is going to. So if you're in Texas or, you just want to travel, Josh might be able to share some information with us about that event as well. So again, there are events that are coming up real soon. So those could be two that some of you might want to get involved in, the one in Texas and the one in East Tennessee, as those events get closer to happening. Michael, have you ever been? I know you've been to some events. What did you think when you went to these events, and what do you like about those events?
Well, what I like about them is just meeting the different people and detectors and get to hunt with people you may have seen on their YouTube channel, or you kind of know about them online, and you get to
Yeah,
actually go hunt with them and meet them. And the bonus is, if you find some
some
good
relic.
relics, but
Yeah.
I just enjoy getting out and meeting some of those people and hunting with them.
So Cody Lovelace just shared the first annual Show Me Pro-Am. Cody, can you share oh, he did. April 5th through the 7th in Greenville, Missouri. So if you're in Missouri, there you go. There's some more events that are coming up that, some of you may be able to get to. I don't know. And I don't know whether those events are sold out or how many tickets there were. Ricky said the one in East Tennessee is already full, but he said there's another one coming up in April. Thank you so much, Ricky, for sharing that, as there's a lot of people that are interested in some of these events. Going to a metal detecting, going to go metal detecting April 8th in the totality of the solar eclipse and bringing a flash. That'll be really cool. And Josh says, just scroll down. Okay. Josh said, just scroll down. You'll see the upcoming events. So Josh, you might want to share that with us or with somebody. But we'll definitely get some of those things out so people can maybe sign up for some of those hunts. I think those hunts will be great. Don't Tread on Me says, I want to go, but my poor cat won't let me. We may have to talk. So he's got something going on. Doug Atkins says, all these hunts in April, we are on vacation in Colorado. So there you go. You got some hunts in April that you can go. Gene says, I meet people and find out I know them from in chats. Nice to put a face with a name. And Gene, again, we enjoyed being with her this past weekend at Dig Stock. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about the event. The event was great. I enjoyed being there. Merrill was awesome. We had a fantastic time. I just enjoyed, if you were there, I enjoyed meeting you. If you came by and said, hey, I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate XP allowing me to be a part of that event at Dig Stock. And I don't know, somebody asked me the other day if I knew when the next Dig Stock was going to be, but I have not heard anything else about the next Dig Stock event. But if I do, I'll pass it along. and make sure you guys are aware of that. So, and I missed Bells. Bells just said that she hated she couldn't be there this time, but would love to see Bells again. I got to meet Bells last year at Dig Stock. So, again, it's just a great time. It's a great social event, as well as going out and finding some relics and artifacts. Makes it a lot of fun and so on. So, again, it was definitely a good time. So, Michael, tonight's show, I mean, it was a little bit about Dig Stock, but tonight's show, I wanted to focus on coils, and I've put up a couple of posts and polls that you guys sort of helped me answer, and the first one was about small coils. And I had somebody come back to me, and they were saying that I'm going to turn my light a little bit. They were saying that they wanted to know more about coils, and especially the small coils. And Michael and I both have used small coils. I've got, and if you saw that video, you can see I've got a ton of small coils. I've got one for the Equinox. I have one for the Manicore. I have one for the Legend. Of course, I've got one for the Xterra. I have one for the Vanquish. So yeah, I've got them all over the place. But Michael, what do you think about the small coils, and when do you think is the most ideal time to use a small coil? And I know a lot of you have submitted some posts for me, and if you want to share your thoughts on small coils, we're going to let you guys do that. But Michael, what do you think about a small coil?
I think they're great in heavy iron, or a lot of trash, or if you need to get in tight areas like in between um, rows in a field, or just to anywhere you need to get in a tight spot to tag with. I think they're great for that. And
Right,
we kind of, one thing we've kind of learned over the years with these multi-frequency machines is, a lot of people, you want to run that sensitivity high on those smaller coils, and I think
well,
that's the wrong thing to do.
right. And I know why people do that, because they're afraid that they're losing depth when they go to these
Yeah,
smaller coils. So they'll run the sensitivity up. And so, I get why they do it. Um, but the other thing was, Michael, there is such a wide variety of small coils. So, here's the 6 inch. This is the 6 inch coil for the Legend. And this is that 6 inch round coil.
right.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer a 6 inch round, or do you prefer a 5x9? So that, and you guys can answer this too in the chat. What do you guys think? Do y'all like the 6 inch round better, or do you like the 5x9 better? And then maybe sort of tell me why. But Michael, which one do you prefer, and tell me why?
I like the elliptical coil, um, in the double D configuration, because on a double D, if you think about it, it's a blade down the center of it. So
Right,
if it's 9 inches by 5 or 8 inches by 5, you're gonna most of the time you're gonna get a little bit more depth with that coil, and you're still getting that separation by the width. But a lot of times that 8 inch or 9 inch footprint will give you more depth.
right.
So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds there with that small coil, that laser pinpoint detection with pretty good depth. I know that 6 inch coil for the Equinox, that was a deep coil. We both had that coil, but
Yeah, and I have that coil right now. I have the 6 inch, and somebody was mentioning about the, I can find it. I got so many of them. Of course, this is that 8 inch elliptical coil. This is the one for the Vanquish, but the one for the Manicore looks exactly like this. And
right.
and like Michael said, the 5x8, with that, it's sort of like Michael said, it acts like a blade. I think that you've got a little more forgiveness with the elliptical coil than you do with the 6 inch round coil. What do you think about that, Michael?
Yeah, I think you're right. I agree with that, and you do get a little more. I don't know that you get a little more coverage or not, 'cause the width on it, but you do get more depth just by that footprint being
Right.
longer.
Right, and here's the LG 24. Somebody posted this up here just a minute ago. I got away from Edward G. right there. LG 24 works awesome on tot lots. Found my Civil War buttons with it in a yard of a home built in 1800 using 40 kilohertz. I like this LG 24 coil. In fact, I'll tell you where I really like a small coil. I like it for water hunting in shallow water, because it's not as hard to pinpoint with it in that water. And if you're using that big coil, it's hard to drag it through the water. And so I like these small elliptical coils or the 6-inch round coil, whatever you want to use. But I really like using these smaller coils in that situation. I'll tell you where I really like using the smaller coil too. I love it in tall grass. Michael and I hunt a lot of woods, and sometimes these fields and forests will be cleared off, and they replant pine trees, and they'll dig these huge big, because they'll sort of bottom plow it almost, and they create these furrows where you can barely swing a coil in between the rows. And these things become very important in that case. And that's where I like a small coil too, in those really tight spots. And then, of course, too, you guys that are park hunters, when you can want to get really close, maybe to a fence or to, some sort of, like the seesaws and all those things that are in those tot lots, you can get a little bit closer with those things using a smaller coil. So there are a lot of good advantages to these smaller coils. And, whether you prefer the 5x9 or 5x8, or whether you prefer the 6-inch coil, I don't think you lose out either way. They have their purposes for sure.
Right.
One thing though, that you and I are sort of seeing is that we've always been told that a smaller coil should be able to unmask better. But we sort of maybe are seeing something else. What do you think, Michael, about why you think that maybe when we use our bigger coils, we can maybe unmask a little better than what we're seeing with the elliptical and the 6-inch round?
I think a lot of these multi-frequency machines were designed around a 11-inch
Right.
size coil, and I'm gonna be honest with you, for the days too. I know a lot of people's going to disagree, but I like the 11-inch coil for it over the 9-inch.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
you and I have, I mean, we've always felt that, using that smaller coil was going to help us in unmasking, but
right.
I don't know that that's the case. And here's the reason why I think it is. I think that the sweet spot on those coils, the way they're designed, it makes it a little bit tougher in a lot of cases to get it right over the target. You got to really focus on it, and it's got to be, I mean, you got to swing over it, and it's tough with that smaller coil, whereas with that bigger coil we can get away with a little bit more. There's a little more forgiveness. It's almost like the bigger coil on a golf club, a bigger head on a golf club. It's very similar to that in a lot of ways. You've got a little more forgiveness, and I believe especially with these multi-frequency machines, I think they unmask better than the old single frequency machines, even with these bigger coils. Don't you agree?
Right. You see Blast the Cat's comment there, and
I'm
I
trying to.
agree with him. I mean, I agree with what he says there.
Right. So, and there's a lot of great comments. You guys are leaving some awesome stuff. Um, Cody says, "Hey, isn't it an 11 that comes on the Manicore?" It is, and it unmasks very well, doesn't it, Michael? Michael went out with me the other day, and he was using the 11, and I was using the 11 on the XP Deus too, and he was using the 11 on the Manicore, and Michael Michael beat me pretty good with some of his finds. He went into a spot that I had gone over with that 11, and he dug about 3 or 4 buttons out of that one spot. And so I really like the 11. I think the 11 to me, and just like what Michael said, I think the 11 works so good is because most of these machines, when they were designed based off of an 11-inch coil rather than the smaller coils. And I think those smaller coils become sort of like an afterthought versus what they originally intended for the machine. Don't you think so, Michael?
Yeah, I think they have to, when they design these machines, if 11-inch coil is the intent, think about it, they have to set up uh, their well with the Manicore, Ferris limits,
Right.
all just all their settings in the machine, and they have to base it off of that particular coil most of
Right.
the time, and
Well, and
it's
that's what, and I think you're exactly dead on with that. Nick Haas says XP just needs to get a small elliptical Deus 2 coil out like the one for the Deus 1. They know it will sell like hotcakes. I agree. I don't know
yeah,
what the holdup is. I think it has to do with the battery.
I think it does too,
I think
because
that's what it is. But I think we're going to see that coil, and hopefully we'll see it this year. I'm hoping, because I want to say, well, I just remember when the elliptical came out, they released that whole series of high frequency coils with the Deus One, and I think this is coming, but I just don't know when. I wish I could tell you guys when, but I have no idea. I do feel like they are working on one, and I do feel we're going to get that really, really soon.
well, I think the DS2, you got that 66-foot waterproof rating, and I think they're going to have to put the battery
They're going to have to put
in
it up
the
in the shaft.
in the lower shaft like they did with the HF coils, and I think I don't know if that's the problem. They may have to brand, hey, this coil is only rated to this specifications. If they have to do that, but
Right.
I'm with you. I think that's probably the holdup.
Right. Don't Tread on Me says the 13 inches double D. That's why the 13 inch is a killer with that
Yeah,
elliptical shape to it. And I've
yeah,
said that. I mean, Don't Tread on Me, he's going to agree with me, but that 13-inch coil on the Deus 2 really unmasked very, very well. And it's got that elliptical shape to it. So I think that helps that coil, especially in the unmasking department and with it being the size. And if you've noticed, that the Nocta products, the LG30, the products that came out on the double score and the score were all those elliptical big size coils. And there's a reason why they did that, because they know that that machine gives you the best of both worlds, some good unmasking capabilities, as well as great ground coverage. And it's a very versatile coil at that size and with that shape. And I think that's why you're seeing that. Metal Detecting with CZ Kids says, sure they will, Nick Haas, but XP, yeah, they'll make us wait. The CZ Kids right. Gene says, I might have to try a Manicore when someone wants to sell one after trying the Deus 2. I'll buy a used one. And there's a lot of people out there looking for some used Manicores, Gene, but I think you'll like the Manicore. I've used it. Michael's used it. They're a good machine. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, Head Hacker Coin Slayer says, I'll be getting the 11-inch when I can afford it. I think the 11-inch is the most versatile of all the
yeah.
coil. And Michael and I agree on that, definitely. Blasted Cat says, personally, I'm still having better results with the Deus 2 11-inch coil versus the 9-inch and old home site iron nails. Not perfect, but the 11 gives you a better shot at calling iron.
I agree with him.
Yeah,
He's right.
Michael
He's
and I,
right.
we just had that conversation. We felt like that the 9-inch coil will sometimes faults, whereas the 11 won't.
That's true.
Uh,
I don't
uh,
know if it's the size or what. I mean, I agree with him on that.
right. And Don't Tread on Me. No, he agrees with what I just said. The smaller the coil, the greater the isolation. It's just that simple. And it is. I mean, again, you're working at a very finite level as far as getting your coil over that target. And then when you add in the iron and stuff, it can become very, very tricky in some situations. But again, I think smaller coils are situational coils. It's not like you're going to go out and hunt a whole field with a small coil. You're going to pull that thing out when you've probably already exhausted an area, or if you're hunting in an area where you really have got a lot of tight spots that you're trying to get into. Don't you think so, Michael?
I think so. And I mean, if you're hunting a field and you get over iron patch and you got the 11-inch coil on there, don't be worried. Hey, I got to have this 9-inch coil and switch
You
over here.
don't.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be
No, you
fine.
you do not. That 11-inch coil works very well, and you got depth to it as well.
Right.
So again, we've got some great options. Of course, XP has given us all those great options. And Michael, I got my coils laid out here. Again, here's the 11. Of course, you guys can see that. Just, the machine was designed, I think, like Michael said, was designed with that coil in mind. And then, of course, the 9, which you guys can see there, the 9-inch coil, which that's all I ever used on my Deus 1. But the Deus 2 has changed my whole perception about these coil sizes with that multi-frequency. And then, of course, the big boy, and that's the 13. And
Joe Dirt said small coils might be better in mineralized soil, and I agree with that because it's seeing
right,
less of the ground. I do agree with that.
right. And Jean says try the 13. I watched Jean at Digstock. She dug a wheat penny that was probably 13, 14 inches deep using this 13-inch coil, and it was pretty remarkable. And Jean was using the 13-inch Deus 2 coil, so that was awesome. Metal Tech was. Yeah, go ahead.
Get that treasure said them coils are too clean.
I take care of my stuff.
He gets in a bathtub with them.
Yeah, I take care of my stuff. I use all of it, though. I promise you that. Michael knows I use it. Michael, I'm sort of hard on my stuff, aren't I, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's harder than I am, I'll tell you that.
Oh, my God, yeah. Michael will keep it crystal clean. I've got something I'm going to show you, too, that's crystal clean in just a few minutes, you guys. I want y'all to take a look at it in a minute. Metal Tech and CZ Kid says 11 works well, too. Mine seems to be clearer, too. All right, good. Edward G says, I will say I went over an area with the LG24 in a park and picked out good targets, then went back over the same area with the LG30 and found a gold ring I missed with LG24. And guys, I know y'all have heard me say this so many times, you're probably tired of me saying it, but it's always good to hunt a site with multiple coils, because there are going to be things that you might miss with the 13 that the 11 and the 9 might find. There are going to be things that and vice versa, back and forth. So
we heard Gary Blackwell say the same thing. He agreed with that.
Yeah, Gary was on here with me last week. He said the exact same thing. Going back and using these coils, using different settings and setups. If you've got access to go back, now, if you've only got one shot, then you got to play the game odds. Which one do I feel the most comfortable with? What coil do I feel like I've got the best chances with? And then so on. And then evaluate your site and then go back into it. Doug Atkins says, is the weight difference going up to the 13-inch coil worth the trade-off? I think so. And I'll tell you where the 13 for me shines, especially in a big field. But again, I could use that in an iron patch and I don't have any problem with it. If you're hunting the beach and you need more beach coverage, I love it. You could put the WS6 on the Deus 2 and on a shaft and run it with that 13-inch coil. Get the carbon fiber lower rod like Michael has and I have. It doesn't move around as much, but I don't have a problem with that 13-inch. I will say this, and Michael knows this too. If you're going to start with a hunt, start with the 13 if you're planning on using multiple coils and then go down. Don't ever start with the 9 and then go to the 13.
Well, I always said, if you run that 13-inch too, it tends to kind of slow you down a little bit.
Right.
And that sometimes you need to slow down a little bit and hunt a spot a little bit slower. And that's what's great about that 13, because you can swing it fast, but it's not like you can the 9.
No. And it's going to give you a little bit of added depth too as well. I mean, the 11 and that 13, as far as depth, are very, very close. There's not a ton of difference between depth. I think what you gain with that 13 is you gain more ground coverage. And I think that's where it begins to shine. Testrius Digger says original 28-inch coil is slightly more powerful than the 22-inch coil due to the coil's larger size, deeper results on cleaner ground. That's true. I've got $20 that says the 11 will separate better than the 9 in heavily polluted ground. Just my opinion. Blasted Cat, I might have made the argument that the 9 separated better 2 or 3 years ago. But my opinion of that is changing dramatically especially over the last year. I'm seeing some things that are really, it's great because, again, it just shows you how versatile this machine is. You can take that 9 and it'll shine in certain situations. You can take the 11. I think the 11 is the most versatile, though. And I used to say the 9, get the 9, get the 9. Now I'm probably saying get the 11. Get the 11 because the 11 is, to me, the most versatile coil that they make, and so on. Get That Treasure said he would take that bet because he's the best it's ever been. That right? Get That Treasure. But again, everybody's going to be different on this. I'm just telling you guys what Michael and I are seeing as of late, and it's been really good.
It's close enough, guys, where I don't know that that I would take that bet either way.
Collector's Detector says 13 battery life the same as the 9 or the 11. I haven't really noticed the battery drain. Yeah, I haven't noticed that at all. So I think 13's just as good for sure. And I know I'm trying to get through all these comments because there's a lot of people on here. Heavy Metal Detectors Facebook group, glad to have him on here. Good question, but I doubt it's any different. The unit only puts out so much. That's exactly right. Collectors Detectors, hunt at Cadoa all day. Still had a battery left over. Very good bells. Thank you for sharing that. Cody Lovelace, not like the coil would have its own draw unless on a dais. Right. So it's, the battery life, I don't think you're going to have an issue if you've got the 13. Let's go to Texas. Damn, guys, but I don't want to buy a 13-inch coil. Which one? Because I only have a small window here. Well, get that 13 for the dais too. You're going to love it. I've loved it for sure. Carson Chris is checking in, guys. Have guests over tonight. Thank you, Carson Chris, for being here. Ricky, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes. And the guys know that we're at Dig Stock with me. They saw that I carry around a lot of equipment, camera-wise, drone-wise, all those sort of things. So, again, any donations that you guys give go straight back into the channel. They help with all sorts of things for me and for the channel. And, again, if you want to give a super chat or a super thanks, I would greatly appreciate it. And, of course, it costs money for me to do this live stream, believe it or not, which this thing is $50 a month. So, again, I do this because I like helping people. I like metal detecting. I love sharing time with you guys, and that's why we do it. But, again, Ricky, thank you so much. And once again, congratulations on your win on Wednesday night. Smaller coils might be better mineralized soil. We just saw that one. Bell says, Wisco, my husband said the 13 is nose heavy. It does. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say, hey, it's not. It's heavy. I mean, it does feel heavy, but I don't think it's any more heavier than swinging an 11-inch on a Manicore or a Legend, to be honest with you. To me, it's not. But that's just me. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a little more nose heavy. It's a little bit heavier than 11, but it's not a lot. I mean, you can tell the difference between the 9 and the 13, but you're talking about a day. It's the lightest machine you're going to get anyway. So that coil is not compared to any other machine. It's not
right. And I can swing that coil. I've taken it out on the beach and been out on the beach and went all day. Michael saw me go all day relic hunting with that 13-inch coil. So it can be done. Is it light? No, it's not going to be light because it's a bigger coil. But I enjoy it. I think what you get and what you gain from it is worth getting the 13, in my opinion. And I've enjoyed swinging it, and I pull it out when I need it. And again, you go out into an open field, you can go relic hunt with it, you can go beach hunt with it, and you got a lot of ground coverage. And and if it is a problem for somebody, you can always get one of those slings and use it. But I have not had any arm issues or shoulder issues, and I'm a 55-year-old man, and that happens. So I haven't had a problem with the weight wise. It does, but Bell's is exactly right. It does feel a little nose heavy, but again, it's a 13-inch coil. It's gonna feel heavier for sure. Let's see here. God, we got so many. Thank you so much. Don't tread on me. I appreciate the donation. I'm trying to get to. This was the one I wanted. Nick said maybe they can push the frequency high end with the elliptical like they did, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we're going to have more frequency options with the elliptical when it does come out. So hopefully that happens, and I think that will be great. Now, how high up it goes, Michael? What do you think? Do you think they're going to go up any higher?
Well, we talked about that, and if they're going to target gold prospecting, yeah, I think they will go higher with the frequency.
I
That's
think
kind of. I think Gary said something about that too. He was thinking that would be the kind of the way they may go is a higher frequency for
right.
prospecting.
Well, and I would love to see them do that with that 5x9. I think that's a win-win. I'll tell you where that really shines, guys. If this does come out anytime in the near future, try that thing under power lines and running in a single frequency. You can get away
Yeah,
with EMI not being bothered. And that was something too that Michael and I had a conversation, but that's for another show on EMI. These multi-frequency machines are plagued with EMI, but I do believe that the Manicore handles the EMI much better than the Deus 2 does in a lot of situations. At least that's what we've seen so far. But again, it'll be interesting. Doug Atkins wanted to know how much heavier. I haven't weighed them. Put them on a fish scale, I guess. I don't know.
what you
It
had
does
your
feel it does feel heavier, like I was saying earlier. It's
I think
just
you weighed your WS6 Master setup with the 13. You remember what it was? I think you weighed the
it
whole
it wasn't
two
that
and a
heavy.
half pounds.
Yeah, it was like 2 point. It was the same. I know what it was. It was the same weight as the Manicore, and it was like 2.6 or
Yeah.
2.7, if I remember correctly. So yeah, you are right, because I did do that. That was done 2 years ago, but that was
Hmm.
with the WS6, not with the regular remote on it, using
Right.
the 13-inch coil. So at least that's what I can remember. Um, Let's see here. Get that treasure says multiple coils in different days. Day-to-day soil conditions are a part of the equation. That's true. So true. I don't hear much about a spot can change completely in a matter of days. True. You get a hard rain. I mean, think of what that'll do to a spot. That moisture getting into the soil. It can change. The way those signals react. It can make those signals stand out. If it's really dry conditions, it can make those signals disappear. you know,
Right.
so there are, and he's exactly right. Thank you for sharing that. That's a great point as well. Don't tread on me. That's one thing about being a cellar hunter and being in the woods. I never have the luxury of flat, even ground. Right? Yeah, I can only imagine. Edward G says, I think battery life is going to be more affected by the settings you're running. Exactly. If you run deep high conductor, that's one of the most battery draining programs on the Deus 2. For the
Or even
Manicore, what do you think
a
about the
low.
Manicore?
Um, from what you get full day battery with the Manicore, no problem from what I've seen. But it does, the battery drainage is not as good as today is too, of course. I mean, it does drain the battery a little more because you got that screen.
Right,
That's one of the
exactly.
drawbacks of having that screen. But it's like I said, it's nice, but it does eat your battery.
It does. It will eat. So the deep high conductor is a battery drainer. What program do you think is the most battery hog of the Manicore, Michael?
Probably, I guess it would probably be low conductors, right?
I would think so too. And
Yeah,
again,
because
I think if you started bumping the sensitivity up and that kind of stuff, I think that could impact it as well.
it's I think it's kind of weighted to the high. Well, let's see. No, that would be it's weighted to the low to the higher frequencies. Probably going to be a deep high conductor. I think it eats the battery a little more
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's it uses the lower frequency, so it's
right.
going to be it's not deep high conductor, but all terrain high conductor.
All-terrain high conductors. Okay, right.
Yeah,
Don't tread on me. Thank you so much for the super sticker. That is so greatly appreciated. Again, I appreciate you guys. What's the word on the new Garrett they're talking about? We'll get to that in just a second. But yes, guys, if you haven't seen the news, there is a new Garrett machine that is in
a
the works.
storm is coming.
The storm is coming. And I talked to Gypsy Jules while I was at Dig Stock, and she and I had a long conversation. Um, I'm just going to leave it at that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Garrett because there's some things that might be showing up real soon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I don't know. So don't quote me. Don't go back and say Southern Relic Adventures said that this thing's coming out soon. But there are some things coming real soon. Just stay tuned for that for the new Garrett machine. And it's going to be called the Storm. It's going to be a series of detectors. So they may all have different names from what I could gather. So, but just be on the lookout for that. For you guys that are hardcore Garrett or have been in the past, maybe this is the machine where they change up everything. What do you think, Michael? You think Garrett's going to get to that?
It's going to be interesting. Surely, I would think these machines are going to be multi-frequency because that's where most of these companies are going.
Well, I'm almost positive
Um,
these are going to be multi-frequency machines. So I did get that much.
yeah,
Don't tread on me says, hey, I've had a choice between a smaller coil or higher frequency. I would choose higher frequency. I agree. Get that
yeah.
treasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate that donation. He said Garrett's H150 is better than the Deus too. Hey, look, I've seen some people find some crazy stuff with those Garrett machines. I really have. And I don't knock any machine. You guys know that. I believe that all of them have their place and purpose. Some I do believe perform a little bit better than others. It's a game of odds. And again, you need to go out there and learn your machine. I've seen people smoke people with higher price detectors using a Garrett Ace 150, 250, 400, 300. I've seen that happen. So, again, all these machines are good enough to find stuff. It's where you put them, how you use them, how you set them up. That's why I do what I do. That's why Michael does what he does. Is we look and we dive into that sort of thing to try to help make these machines better to where we can use them on the sites that we want to use them in. Josh said there's a link, which I'll get to it. Josh, I must have missed that, but I'll try to get back to it. Wild here says the 13 will get you on an angle and on the edge coins on previously searched sites. What do you think,
Well,
Mike?
it does seem to me, it seems to kind of hit those deep signals. And I kind of agree. It kind of enhances that signal at data to me, that 13-inch coil.
Right.
Well, I can't say that it's like you said, it's not much deeper, if any, than 11, but it kind of, I don't know, it kind of hits harder on those deep signals,
Right.
to
Okay.
me.
Yeah, I think so too, Michael. And of course, like I said, you've seen me use that 13. I love that 13. DCM Detect says, according to the XP website, the Deus 2 13-inch is 570 grams, 1.25 pounds, and the 11 is 470 grams and 1.03 pounds. Thank you, DCM, for looking that up. So again, it is slightly heavier, which we knew that, and we do know that it is nose heavy. But if you can handle it, it's a good coil to have in your arsenal. Let's just leave it at that. But I enjoy swinging it. Michael's got one too. I talked him into buying one, didn't I, Michael?
Yeah. Yeah, I
man.
like it.
And he's done quite well with it too as well. Now it's not for every situation, just like the small coil's not for every situation. But when you can go back in with that 13, I think it opens up a whole new world, doesn't it, Michael? In some
Yeah,
cases,
it really does.
yeah,
It's
yeah. Get that
different, you know.
treasure. Get that treasure says the Ace series has a place. It's in the past in history books. Well, there's still some people out there using. The Garrett Ace 250 was the #1 selling metal detector in the entire world, and I believe that stat was like 2 years ago. I don't know what it is now. I would probably venture to say it's probably a bounty hunter, if I'm not
Well,
mistaken.
that and a lot of the younger the kids, a lot of us, I'm sure, we started out on the A series when we first
Right.
started out,
Right.
and
I love William Birch's comment. He says, "You got to put the coil over it, miss it by an inch, and your $1,600 missed it too." And that's exactly right. That's what I keep trying to tell you guys. All of these machines are capable of finding something. It's
yeah,
getting over the target. It's learning how to use the machine. Do you up your odds a little bit with some of these other machines? Yes, you do. You do. Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. Tetris Digger said they all do the same thing. Some have more bells and whistles than others. Exactly. That's what I just said for sure. Ohio Fred says Deus needs to put coils on sale for the Deus too. That would be nice, and hopefully that will happen really, really soon as they start releasing maybe a new, well, maybe this new coil when it starts coming out, we might see some price reductions. Maybe we'll see. John Wright says that he loves his Equinox 800. Equinox 800, great machine. I've used it. Michael used it. We used it for what, 3 or 4 years, and
yeah.
found tons of stuff with it. But the Equinox is an awesome machine. I've got the 900 right now too, by the way. Love that machine. I've got the small elliptical coil for it, the Coiltech coil, which I love with that machine. And the Equinox is a great series, and that 800 is a great machine as well. Get that treasure says I'd like to see some new Fishers. Well, Fisher's been running a lot of ads lately, so don't be surprised if Fisher doesn't have something out this year. I'm seeing
I
a
think something's coming.
Right. I think something's coming very soon. DC Diggin says, "Hey, everybody, late to the fun. Glad to have you here, DC Diggin. We've just been talking about coils and different size coils and what those coils can do and so on. So that's what the discussion's been about. And we talked about machines as well. Doug Atkins says he started with an Ace 400. And I know a lot of you probably started with a Garrett machine, which
Right.
there's nothing wrong with that. And they're good machines. The AT Pro, I had it, loved
Yeah,
it.
I
I
did
had a
too.
Garrett. I want to say I had a Garrett Ace 250 for about 6 months, and then I sold it and bought the AT Pro and just went on from there. But um, there are just so many good machines on the market right now, and we've talked about some of those machines. And all these new multi-frequency machines that are coming out, the double score, the score from Nocta. Of course, you throw the Legend in there. Then you got Mind Lab, which, by the way, Mind Lab just dropped the price on the 600. I sent it to you today, Michael.
Yeah.
$499 for the Equinox 600, which is a fantastic machine, and that's a great price for a multi-frequency machine as well. The double score comes in that $400 range as well. The score comes in that range. And then you drop down into the single frequencies, the Simplex and the Xterra. All they're single frequency machines, but very, very capable machines as well. So there are so many good options in that $500 range on down for just about anybody. If you're a beginner, if you're somebody that's just starting out, you've got a lot of options that none of us had. Thank you so much, Joel, for the donation. And by the way, tonight, just as a shout out to my main man, Joel, and he is our dealer on here. Joel is his dealership is called Metal Detecting Buy, Sell, and Trade USA. His phone number is up here. If you are looking for any machine and you're looking for something, give Joel a shout, give him a try. He can definitely get you hooked up with whatever you need. He's super and fantastic to deal with, great service, easy to work with, and he gets your stuff out in a timely manner, and you're not waiting around. So if you are looking for anything, a machine, you're looking for an accessory, give Joel a shout, and Joel can get you hooked up with whatever product you're looking for. He's got all the products for the most part, and he can get you hooked up with something really special. Joel is a proud sponsor of the channel, of the live stream. So definitely support him as he helps bring this live stream to life as well. And we really appreciate him being our dealer. And Joel is also going to be responsible tonight for a giveaway that we're going to do in just a few. So stay tuned, because we are going to do a giveaway, and that's going to happen here within the next 5 to 10 minutes. And Joel is going to be the proud sponsor of that giveaway. And again, go support Joel as he supports us and brings this live stream to you guys on these weekends. So definitely support him and give him a shout, because he can definitely get you hooked up. And you know, I'll let him quote his prices, but give him a shout. He can do you right for sure. Blasted Cat says he started with a White's 4000 I ordered from the local Radio Shack. Right. And we've all got those stories. Workman's Adventure said he started with an AT Pro, now had the Manicore and love it. Manicore is a great machine. Michael will attest to that. I'll attest to that. I love the Manicore, and I love the Deus too, but they're both great machines for sure. Yeah, I like it. Get That Treasure says I'm switching to dowsing rods to help find stuff. Sometimes I feel like that's what I need to do to get that treasure for sure. Nick Haas says, I saw when Merrill was in France, he had the new black waveguide antenna, right? And that's going to be coming as well, if not already out there. Treasure Honey says, love my Not the Legend, but changed up for a Deus recently. Looking forward to seeing what it will do differently for me this year. Great live stream, guys. Thank you so much, Treasure Hunting Legend. The Legend's a good machine, guys. You know, I've got the Legend. I've used it, and it works really well. I'll tell you where I really love the Legend. I love the Legend on the beach. It really performs well, very stable, runs really smooth, but does an excellent job on the beach. Teshriz Digger says, I saw on the computer that some dealer is selling Deus 2 with the control for app for $1,400. I don't know. Joel might be able to beat that, but
check with Joel.
Yeah, check with Joel on that. But yeah, we can definitely. I won't say we, but Joel might be able to help you in that aspect. Teshriz Digger, give Joel a shout. Okay. Gary N says he's used the White's V3i for me. Still love it. Fun detector to mess with. I wonder if Garrett is putting some of that tech into the new Storm series. And that's what I brought up to someone the other day. We were talking about White's technology, which the V3i was sort of hitting on what the Deus eventually did with being able to switch up these frequencies. And, you know, who knows? I hope I get my hands on one. That's all I can say. So I can see it in action and sort of test it. I've been using the M15 last week. How do you like that M15 coil, Workman's Adventure? That's an interesting coil. It's big. And I'm interested to know about how it feels on that Manicore. I imagine that feels pretty heavy as well. 10 years ago, started with Garrett AT Gold, added the Tornado coil later, killer setup for its day. Yes, that big coil for the AT Pro, a lot of people were using it. Nick Haas said, hey, where did you get your arm cup pad cover for your day? Michael got that cover for me, and we were talking about that when you put it up the first time. We got to find the guy's name, but if I find it again, I'll see if I can put it up.
Yeah, I can find it. We'll have to post it. I can't remember his name, but I got in touch with him on Facebook Messenger, and I bought it directly from him. And
Yeah. It's a
but yeah,
neoprene cover. It works really well. Mine got really dirty and I took it off and washed it. And now I don't know where I put it. Michael, I might have to get that same address back from you too and order me another one because I can't find mine. But anyway, it's nice. It's a nice arm cuff cover, and it really works well and makes it feel a lot better on your arm as well. Um, so let's see here. Workman's Adventure says he likes his Manicore so far. Very good. And Michael's loved his. Michael just got his a couple of months ago. Ohio Fred says, what is the preferred pinpointer? And well, for me, it's pretty easy. It is the MI6. MI6 and MI4 are my preferred pinpointers. It was the Garrett, originally for a very, very long time. I got away with the Garrett because when I had my days too, if I cut it on certain frequencies, it would make that Garrett go bonkers. And so I was so excited when XP released a pinpointer, and I love that pinpointer. The Nocta pinpointer, if you guys have not seen it, the AccuPoint, it's a good pinpointer too. Got a lot of nice features on it, and I'm going to be doing a video. And I keep saying I'm going to be doing it, but I'm definitely going to try to get a video up about the AccuPoint coming in the
I
near future.
do. I do like the pitch audio on the MI4 and MI6, and
Yeah,
that's different. I mean, I like the Knot, the pinpointer. It's a great pinpointer. Yeah, as well as the Garrett. I have a Garrett, but it's I just like that pitch audio on it. The kind of way it ramps up when you get close
right,
to the target, the constant signal.
right. David Frazier says, "What discrimination does everyone run on wet sand, salt beaches?" I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. I leave mine at 6.8. That's just where I run pretty much all my discrimination. Now my beach is not highly mineralized. I don't deal with a lot of that and all. But yeah, I usually run mine around 6.8 as well. Let's see here. Doug Atkins says he likes his MI6. James Bazell says he's got 4 MI6 pinpointers. James, are you using them all at the same time? I love the MI6. It's a great pinpointer. And we gave one away on the members only channel on Wednesday night when we did our LiDAR show. So, again, you sign up for the membership too, guys, because if you sign up for that membership, you are in the running. And we got some more great giveaways too that we're going to be doing. So you definitely want to do that. There's the membership in case you're interested. All you got to do is hit the join button, which is down at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching on a computer, all you got to do is click that join button, and then it will ask you to sign up for the membership. And we'll do a monthly live stream. We do giveaways. You get a special badge that says you're a member, and that badge changes colors as you stay a member for the longer you stay, the different colors it goes through. So there are a lot of perks to it. And again, we're giving away some special information that we're not sharing on our regular channel, and as well as giving away some really nice giveaway prizes to our members during that time as well. So if you are interested, then hit that join button. That goes straight back as well into the channel to help me pay for the live stream cameras and all the other things that I have going on. But again, sign up for the membership if you are interested. You don't have to. We're still going to be doing our regular live streams where we're still sharing information and doing these other things as well. But again, it does help support the channel. If you like what you're hearing and seeing, then go do that, and we would greatly appreciate it. Nick High says the MI6 feels like it was made for left-handed folks. I don't know why. I wonder why he says that.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. James says long story, but he does love the MI6. He said he's got 4 of them. So that was good. Digging Daryl says, "Hey guys, listen to the show while driving home from work." Digging Daryl, we miss you, but glad you're able to listen in and join in with the show. We appreciate you being in here. Wiscota Tech says the LiDAR show was amazing, and it was. That was a lot of great information that was shared in that show. So if you sign up for membership, you should be able to go and watch that LiDAR show that we did for our members only. In case you're interested and you're really curious about LiDAR, we talk about how to find those LiDAR maps, what to go to, what to look for, how to go about accessing those things, and so on. So if you are interested, it is on the membership channel. So sign up for one and it will get you in on that. Digging Dude says, anyone else having trouble with the AccuPoint? I haven't heard a lot of trouble issues. Michael, have you heard anything?
Well, I was reading his comments on that, and he said it was kind of it was falsing in the air there. It may, you can shift the frequency on that. You may want to try that. And I usually run the sensitivity on it around 6 or 7. I think it goes up to what is it, 8 or 9?
Yeah.
I think I run it at 6 or 7, and you can shift that frequency. Maybe that'll help that.
Well, I had trouble with mine when I first turned it on, and I was using the Manicore that day, and it was the Manicore and the frequencies that the Manicore was running on was really causing it to have habit. But when I changed did a frequency shift on it, it calmed it right down. So digging,
Right.
dude, you might want to try that. I don't know what machine you have, but you might want to try that and just see if that helps. Do a frequency shift if you haven't already, and you
And it
probably
does
have.
save that frequency you shift to. So you should be good from, with that particular machine from here on out if you leave it in that shifted frequency.
Right. Wisco, Texas. He's not stopped using that LiDAR. He's talking about that LiDAR. So I opened up a whole new world to him the other night. So that's what we do. We're trying to help everybody out. Let's see here. Looking for things says, I'll be listening. And he says, I have not stopped checking out the information. He says that LiDAR is amazing. He says looking for things says he's at work. Blasted Cat says we already found an old road from the early 1800s with a LiDAR that we heard rumors about for years. That is so good, Blasted Cat. And again, that's why I wanted to do that show. And I really appreciate Dan, if he's still on here, for coming in and doing that show with us. And he's the one who sort of introduced it to me last year. And then we got to talking, and we kept saying, hey, we need to do a show just on LiDAR for the people that are members and subscribers. And so that's what we came up with. And again, if you sign up for the membership, you'll be able to access that. So, Michael, we've been on here an hour and 12, but I think it's about time to do our giveaway.
Yeah.
And it's a good one, guys. This one is one that you definitely want to get in. So I'm going to show you what that giveaway is. And again, this is coming from Joel, and I'm going to put his information, but the giveaway is going to be for an XP280 backpack. Yes. Thank you, Dwayne, so much. I appreciate you, buddy. You are awesome. So very good. I really appreciate that. He says, I only have to charge my MI6 for 5 times a year. Good thing, because that cap is, it is. It's hard to get off sometimes.
Yeah.
But we are going to be giving away an XP280 backpack. And this is coming from Joel. So, guys, again, support Joel. He is a fantastic person that supports this channel, supports this live stream. So definitely, if you're looking for something, please, please, please check him out. Give him a call and let him try to help you out, because he's the one that's going to be giving away this beautiful XP280 backpack to support.
Guys, if you don't have that backpack, you don't know what you're missing. There's so much room, so much storage in that. I had a pair of earbuds that I carried with my days too, and I thought I had lost them, but it turned out there's so many pockets in that backpack. I just put them in a spot and I couldn't find them for about a
Oh
week.
yeah, I know. Me and Michael have been we've been we've been rummaging around in our backpacks trying to find things because there's so many
Yeah.
incredible pockets and things in that backpack. And of course, this is one that's still in the packaging, but
It
here it
holds
is.
everything. It holds
Here it is
everything you need.
outside of the packaging. And if you don't win one tonight, go buy one from Joel, because I'm telling you, this thing is worth every penny. And it's got pockets here. It's got 3 or 4 pockets up at the top. Guys, you can put all 3 coils in the 280 backpack. And you got more pocket. I mean, it's just loaded with pockets. Like Michael said, you can lose things in this backpack. There's so many pockets
It's
as
built
well.
like a tank too. I
It
mean,
is. It's
it's
built
really
like
well
a
built.
tank, and when you put it on your back, you don't even know it's on there, do you, Michael?
No, it's really comfortable. It's got a padded back on it. It's actually got a little pocket on the front. I guess you can put your cell phone in,
Yeah,
and
you can put your cell phone in
on
with this.
the strap
Yeah,
on the back.
there it is, right there. So it's got a pocket to put your cell phone in. And it's got a rain cover too, which is down here in the bottom. And
Yeah.
you can take that rain cover, you can unzip this, pull the rain cover out, and put it completely over the bag to walk through the rain, and it's waterproof.
And it's pouring down rain here now. I can hear it outside, so it would come in handy.
Right. Blasted Cat says, "Here's $10." He says, "Oh boy, here's the shipping cost to my house in advance." Blasted Cat might win it. He's lucky too.
Yeah.
We don't have Aggie on here tonight, so everybody definitely has a chance tonight, right, Michael?
Yeah, that's right.
So, but again, this is a super fantastic giveaway, and I'm telling you, you will enjoy this backpack. I love it because I can put all 3 of my Deus 2 coils in there, the 13, 11, and 9. I can put a shaft in there. I can put my WS6 in here. I can put a pair of headphones, WSAs, WSA2 XLs. You can put your pin pointer. It even has a spot for your pin pointer on the side right here. And you just unzip it. And you can put your pin pointer right here in the side. It's specially designed for that pin pointer. You can put a couple of climbing hooks on here too. You can haul all kind of stuff with this backpack. So I really am a big fan.
Aggie's on here tonight, Brian.
Oh, Aggie's on here.
Yeah.
She said, look what she said. No hot date tonight.
She's been traveling the South on vacation.
Rita Marcella says there's a whistle on it as well. It's got all kinds of stuff, dude. It is really, really good. Right. Wisconsin, Texas, the 280 backpack is an absolute best metal detecting storage luggage you can buy for the money, hands down. Right. And you can take it, you could probably even use it as a carry-on for your Deus too as well, if you don't want to put it in the baggage compartment. The 240 is also a nice backpack. It's a little smaller than this one, but again, it is a good backpack. And again, I thank Joel for being a sponsor and being willing to help us out. This is part of our 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And guys, one other thing before we start the giveaway. If you have not subscribed to my other social media platforms, please do that. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Check out Southern Relic Adventures. That helps me out too as well. So if you're not on any of those other ones, I get it. But if you are, just go over there and hit a quick follow, and I would greatly appreciate that as well. And share the channel. Let them know, hey, this is what we got going on. We got a lot of great content coming in the future. So we've got a lot that's going to be going on. So for sure. Let's see here. They're all Dan says shirtless, which that's an inside joke, I'm sure, from Dan. But anyway, it's Surfside Dan, Aggie, and Wink Faced. Okay. So we are giving away a 280 backpack tonight. Y'all give me a second, and we are going to pull this up real quick. And hopefully I don't knock anything off here. And Michael, tell them what you got going on coming up while I'm pulling this up for everybody.
All right, well, maybe I can get out this weekend. Hopefully the rain's gonna let up. It's supposed to be tomorrow. But you're talking about shirtless. If that's who Aggie's been hunting with while she's been on vacation.
She's hunting with somebody that's shirtless.
Well, that's what she calls them, but that's she's been beach hunting with them, and I enjoy reading her posts.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
All right. So we're gonna make this simple, and we're gonna do this real quick. Yeah, Bell says Mama needs an XP 280 backpack. Bells, I hope you win. Right. That would be great. All right, so we're getting ready to share our screen, and you guys are going to be able to sign up for the 280 backpack. And there it is. So all you got to do is type in #pack. And we are off and running. Get signed up for this, guys. This is a great, great giveaway. And again, I appreciate Mr. Joel Liebelt for hooking us up with this backpack as a giveaway. Please go and support Joel as well. He is an awesome and amazing person. And Joel is an actual gold miner, for those of you that did not know that. And so we are super excited that Joel has donated this backpack to do our giveaway for our 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Again, support the channel, share the channel. That helps us out. I really appreciate you guys. It's been a fantastic night. We've had over 60 people in here, pretty much full time tonight. And hopefully it was an informative show. We talked a lot about coils. We talked a lot about machines and so on, but and we talked about dig stock too. So stay tuned. I got a dig stock video coming for you guys that are interested. It should be coming up real soon, and we've got all kinds of other things. Michael and I's hunt, that's coming up. I haven't even made that video. I've got a not the double score video from the beach that's coming up. So if you're interested in any of that sort of stuff, stay tuned for the channel. Share the channel, get some more people on here. I would greatly appreciate it. And we're going to be giving away this backpack tonight. And this is an awesome, awesome, awesome prize. And thank you again to Joel. Guys, also too, support XP. If you haven't signed up for the XP newsletter, go over there and sign up for that too, as they'll be making announcements and things through that newsletter. You can go on the XP website and sign up for that. There's going to be some things coming from them too in the near future. So you definitely want to be in the loop with XP. So go sign up for the XP newsletter. Thank you again to XP for sponsoring me and allowing me to go to that show. And they're super supporters of this channel as well. Yes, it's a great, great giveaway. We're going to give everybody a chance to get in. And right now we're up to 41, Michael. So we've had 41 people get in so far. And we got more than, on that. Yeah, we got more than 41 people in here, though. So let's see. I'm going to give everybody plenty of time. Yes, that's an awesome giveaway for sure. Aggie, they said you're disqualified, though. You can't win again. That's what Damien said, Aggie, not me. Damien said that. Keegan says #pack. Thank you, Cody. We appreciate you so much. We try to bring you guys not only giveaways but great information. So we appreciate you guys being here tonight on a Friday night. What better way to spend a Friday night with me and Michael? And hopefully Michael and I are going to be hunting. It's probably going to be a few more weeks before he and I get together, but I've got a break coming up in April first week in April, Easter week, I believe. So maybe Michael and I can get out and do some detecting.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Look at this. Gary N says, I pulled the trigger on a Rudis Versa, Brian. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Gary N, I'm going to tell you, stay tuned for me too with the Rudis Versa. As you might start seeing some Rudis Versa videos from me. I'm just waiting on something to happen. And when it does, it's going to be good. Blasted Cat says 1 in 42 odds. Y'all are killing me. Stink Ass Cat is in the house. Glad to have him in here. Stink Ass, thank you for getting in on the backpack giveaway. This is an awesome prize, and that backpack is well worth it. I promise you that. And again, go and support Joel, as he's a big supporter of our channel. And we're going to run his stuff across the bottom. Well, we missed you. We've shared a lot of great information. Go back and watch the live stream. It's really good. And we talk about coils, coil sizes, small coils. We got into a lot of that. So if you're interested in any of that, you definitely want to go and check that out. But we're glad you're here and glad you made it in for the giveaway. This giveaway is nice. We're giving away an XP280 backpack, which is an extremely nice prize for a giveaway tonight. So this should be good. Yeah, Everett G says it's nice to kill Friday nights here and learn something while here instead of watching Worthless. That's look.
That's true.
That is. There's just not a lot of good stuff on TV. For sure. Gary Ian says, great show as always, guys. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate y'all. Ryan Bishop says he's putting in the sweeper program. And guys, if you haven't, and while we're waiting on a couple of people to get their last few chances to get in, Mental Metal just put up a video about the sweeper program. I don't know if you watched Metal Detecting NYC's a video that he just put up for Digstock. I walked through the sweeper program. So there's a lot of people that are on the sweeper, and you can go and check out my video on my channel too if you haven't already. And look at the sweeper. It is the only program, and Michael will attest to this, it is the only program on the DS2 that will give you a proper ID. Okay, they'll give you a proper ID as well as good audio on a mixed target in iron, isn't it, Michael?
That's true. We've tested it many times.
Yes, and it's a proven program that Michael and I have both been using for, gosh, almost 6 months now, right, Michael?
Yeah. Since I guess it was since 1.0 came out, right?
Right, it did, and Mental Metal just sort of backed up everything that we've been saying about it. He used it for the first time. Edward G says Merrill's video was great. Stinkass Cat, we appreciate you, buddy, for you being a supporter of the channel. Thank you so much. Doug Atkins says the sweeper program is the real deal. Thanks, Brian, and always great shows. Collector Detector says taking your sweeper program to an old horse farm this weekend. Good luck. And again, I think you'll find the audio to be really, really well, or work really, really well on that program. Ricky Bennett says sweeper is awesome. Tweak to my ground conditions. Thank you so much. Dwayne Cron says glad you set Merrill up with a sweeper. It should help him with those bottle caps. Yeah, well, Merrill's not used to hunting in iron. He hunts a lot of parks, but it can help with bottle caps as well. So Edward G says need to look at how to recreate the sweeper program for the legend. That might be something I work on, Edward G. So thank you so much. Looking for things. Thank you again for the donation. We appreciate you so much. Connor's Relics and Treasures. What's up, Brian? How are you doing? Finding anything good in Charleston? Connor was actually with me, and I watched Connor have a good find at Digstock. So this is the last call for the giveaway. #pack. If you signed up for it, that's great. But we are going to be doing our giveaway. So hopefully everyone has
How many people are in it, Brian?
We've got 40, looks like 45.
45.
45. So, and I'm trying to make sure
Before you do that, you want to show them what you got. Speaking of 45.
Oh gosh, yeah. So guys, one other thing, I'm gonna take this off for just 1 second here. Let me hide this for just a minute, and we'll come back to it. So guys, I got to show y'all this. I'm gonna stand up for this one. Look at this bad boy. What do y'all think? Y'all like this shovel? Is that not a thing of work of art or what? Yes, I got a Hornet. So again, Predator Tools, guys. Predator Tools is now one of my sponsors. And I am super excited about this Hornet. It's the Model 45 Hornet. And this is a shovel that you're going to see me using from now on. And this is a beautiful, beautiful work of art. And now, if you don't like a heavy shovel, then this may not be the shovel for you. But this shovel meets exactly what I want. And yes, Predator Tools, guys, support them. These guys are amazing. And this shovel, I'm extremely excited about. Michael has one, and I used his or played around with it, felled it the other day when he was hunting with me. And this shovel is just an amazing piece. And I'm super excited to be with Predator Tools, but I'm going to be using this. And in case you don't know, Predator Tools was started by George Lesh, and George Lesh is the same guy that invented the Lesh digger. For you guys that don't know. Yes. So if you have not seen this shovel and you like a good, sturdy, heavy shovel like I do, this is the shovel. Is it not, Michael?
Yeah, you won't ever break that shovel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's built like a tank.
That shovel, I am super excited. I can't wait to dig with it. Yes, it is a super, super nice shovel. And yes, Predator has been super, super supportive of me. And I've gotten that Hornet, and I'm just blown away with it. And they were super excited to put that shovel in the backpack. And I'm look, that shovel's not leaving my hands right now. And Michael and I are shovel nuts too, by the way. We like a good shovel, don't we, Michael?
Yeah, we do. I got quite a few Predator shovels. You know, they're Pam and George. I've talked to them over the years and bought stuff from them. They're great people. It's American made tools, and
Right.
he really takes pride in his work.
Mr. Tom Temple is on here. Michael Tom is the owner of the property that you and I hunted. So again,
okay.
We're glad to have. He's a landowner that we associate with, but super excited to have him on here tonight as well. So, but yeah, that shovel is an amazing shovel, and we are glad that they have decided to sponsor us. So we're real excited about them. Connor says he found a general service button from the 1850s at Dig Stock. You must have found that after I left, Connor. Well, we got 65 people on here. Well, let me throw that back up one more time. For you guys wanting the backpack, real quick, we're giving away a 280 backpack. This is the last chance to get in for it. #pack. If you would like to get in on that backpack, which you guys have seen me using and showing, there it is. 280 backpack. This is super nice. You can load up all kinds of stuff in it. And if you have not signed up for the giveaway, you definitely want to put your name in right now. And again, this backpack is coming to you via Joel at Metal Detecting Buy, Sell, and Trade USA, 775-388-8277, or liebelt@gmail.com. Great service and easy to work with. Joel is the man you want to get hooked up with. All right, guys, we're getting ready to go to the moment of truth for this backpack. Is there anybody else that wants to get in? I think we got everybody. Yes. Digging Daryl says great shovels. I have 3 of them. Yeah, that shovel is just an amazing piece of work. So super excited. Yes, and congratulations to Connor. Connor and I got the chance to hunt together at Dig Stock, and I enjoyed meeting Connor as well. Ricky Abel just got in. Hashtag the pack. 1 in 46 chance. Good luck. 47. It just went up. Let's call it. Okay. Y'all ready, guys? Michael, you ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
All right. We're going to do our drawing. We got 47 people in here. Good luck to everyone. Again, guys, thank y'all so much for being here tonight. It's been a fantastic show. Enjoyed all of the information that was shared tonight. Hopefully you guys got something beneficial out of it, and it's something that you can take out and start applying on your next adventure as well. So let's do our drawing real quick, Michael, and let's see who is going to be the lucky winner of a 280 backpack. Ryan Bishop. Hopefully Ryan's here. Ryan, are you here? Let's see. Congratulations, Ryan. I haven't seen a comment from Ryan. Yes. If he doesn't answer, then we're going to redraw it because I've got to have his information. Looking for things says the Hornet is larger and longer handle. Definitely. He says he's here. Okay, Ryan is here. So Ryan is the winner of our XP 280 backpack. Congratulations, Ryan. This is coming from Mr. Joel Liebelt. He will be shipping this to you. And so there's a couple of things that I need, and I will transfer that information over to Joel. And that is going to be that you need to email me your mailing address, telephone number as well, and I will make sure that I get that to Joel so he can ship this out to you as soon as possible. So sransc@gmail.com. Ryan, send me that information, and we'll be glad to get that out to you. And again, thank you to Joel for being willing to do this and send this out to everyone. So again,
that's a great giveaway.
Yeah, that's an awesome giveaway. That is the nicest backpack out there as far as metal detecting goes. And Mr. Ryan Bishop just won that, and we're super excited to get that out to him. Yeah, congratulations, Ryan. Guys, don't forget that we will have our live stream. We'll be back on Friday nights. Next Friday, we'll have another live stream. If you haven't signed up for the membership, get on with the membership. Again, there's the LiDAR class that we just did on Wednesday night. You guys can go check that out. If you're interested in LiDAR and finding some new sites and being able to locate those maps and so on, we sort of walk you through some of that. So you definitely want to do that. But again, great show. I appreciate everyone being here tonight. This has been a fantastic night, and super excited about the giveaway. Super excited to share the information tonight. And I look forward to some great live streams coming up in the future, as well as I look forward to some more great content that I'm going to be releasing in the near future too as well. Please share the channel. Help me out on some of the other social media platforms if you are on those. Check out Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on all those. And again, guys, I appreciate you spending some time with Michael and I on Friday night. Michael, you got any parting words you want to say before we get out of here?
I enjoyed it tonight, guys, and Ryan, he's going to really like that backpack. Like I said, all of us that have them, it's changed the way you metal detect. You can carry everything with you in that backpack. It's great, but hopefully everyone can get out and have a good time this weekend.
Right. We have so many amazing people that are on here tonight, and I mean, I could go through the whole gamut of people. I love our community. I love who we have in here. Everyone in here is just super, super knowledgeable. And again, I thank you guys so much.
Ryan Bishop just said tomorrow is his first day out with the DS2, so now
Oh,
he's got the
wow.
backpack.
Wow. And he's got a backpack. That
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
cool. So, yes, I hope you find a lot of great things. Just like Bells said, Bells is awesome. But again, hope you find a lot of great things, Ryan, and super excited about you winning this backpack. This is really cool. And again, Edward G says, thanks, Brian and Michael. Thanks for the giveaway, Joel. Thanks, everyone else, for the great show tonight.
Right.
Enjoy the weekend shows each week. Thank you so much, Edward G, for being a part of it. We appreciate you as well. So, Get That Treasure says, organize a group hunt and I'd buy a ticket. I wish I could. I don't, that's a lot of work. Being around these guys at Dig Stock and some of these other events, I know what really goes into that, and that's just not me. I mean, I've got enough on my plate without organizing a hunt. That might be Michael's deal.
I don't know about that.
John Wright says, thanks for
Metal he just hopped on here.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's on here.
Yeah, you're late. You missed out. We just gave away a XP 280 backpack, brother. But we appreciate Mental Metal. He did a video today on our sweeper program. Thank you, Mental Metal. Thank you, Scott, for doing that for us, as he showed how that program works, and it did really well for him as well. And a lot of people were saying, hey, they enjoyed your video today, Mental Metal. And yeah, I know. We appreciate him. He and I and Michael, we're all about the same thing, just trying to share and generate as much information for people as we can. So again, we appreciate you guys. He says, yeah, you just missed out, Fins and Fines. We just gave away an XP 280 backpack. Go back and watch the replay of the live stream. I think you'll find it to be very interesting, especially if you're interested in coils, because we talked about coil sizes, small coils, what we like about them, what's some of the better coils, why we use them, so on. So we went through that whole thing tonight on the live stream. So if you missed it, go back and watch, and I think you'll find it to be very, very good. But again, cool. He said, thank you so much, and we appreciate you. So, guys, that's going to wrap us up for tonight. Thank you, all of you, for being here tonight. Mike, we got any parting words before we head out?
Have a good weekend, guys, and stay safe.
Right. Everyone have a great weekend. Hopefully you get in some great hunts and you find some amazing things. If you do, share those finds with us. You can always share them at srансc@gmail.com, and we will be glad to feature your finds on our live stream. So again, guys, thank y'all so much for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Remember, go and support Joel as well, as he is a great supporter of this channel. Joel gave away that prize really tonight. And again, support him. His contact information is below. And we appreciate him for being a big supporter of the channel. So again, guys, take care. Have a fantastic weekend. Go out there and find some great treasure. We'll catch you guys real soon on our next adventure. And Michael and I are out. We'll see you guys real soon next weekend.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.